Welcome back. Whenever we have American Senior Communities on the show, we talk about their different entities, their different venues, and exactly what they offer. They all have an area of expertise. Today, we're going to talk about Lake Pointe Village. With me now is Nicole Jenkins. She is a therapist at Lake Pointe Village. Welcome to the show, Nicole.
Thanks for having us.
And also Chris Albertson, who is the Director of Admissions and Marketing at Lake Pointe Village. Welcome to you, Chris.
Good to be back, John.
All right, a little overview. I have noticed every one of American Senior Communities facilities are all different. What makes Lake Pointe Village a little bit different, Chris?
Lake Pointe Village offers that small town charm. We're right in Scottsburg, Indiana. We're not a large facility, but sort of a medium-sized facility. We've got 68 accommodations there, so it's a real home-like feel there at Lake Pointe.
All right. If you would, Nicole, you're a therapist. What kind of therapy is offered at Lake Pointe Village?
Well, we offer therapy for inpatient services, so we have physical therapists, speech therapists, and occupational therapists like myself. And so some of our patients come in for a short-term stay following a decline in their health with the intention that they're going to return home. And our therapy department does a wonderful job of helping them safely get home as soon as they can and as independently as possible.
Okay, and everyone's needs obviously are unique. I mean, everyone knows that. Like you said, some may be heading home, some may be long-term residents. So with that being said, Chris, if someone wants to check out what fits them, what fits the senior in their life, can they go on a tour? How does that work? Should they call you?
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime, give us a call. Our information is on our website, on our Facebook page. There's a lot of avenues to reach us, so just reach out to us. We'll get a tour scheduled. We'd love for you to come out and take a tour and see what we have to offer.
And apparently you have some kind of fall festival going on?
Absolutely.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about that. This is the fourth annual, right?
Fourth annual, yeah. We're super excited about it. It's grown over the years, and last year we had over 800 in attendance last year. So we're expecting an even larger crowd this year, weather permitting. So hopefully the weather's great for us. We offer a free lunch that day. We've got free candy apples, free cotton candy, free popcorn, blow-up maze for the kids, a bounce house for the kids, pony rides for the kids, pumpkin painting.
My goodness.
For the adults, live music. We've got a cakewalk. All the adults like cakewalk, right? We've got product vendors, door prizes, and welcome gifts. And guess what? It's all absolutely free.
Wow. So, no wonder it's so well attended.
Yeah.
It looks like everyone's having a good time. So I think this would be a good time to kind of introduce yourself to Lake Pointe Village, right? You could meet some of the staff. The entire family is going to have fun, so it's not like, okay, we have to spend an hour or two and check out the facility. You can see the facility and have fun at the same time, right?
Absolutely. Great way to get to know us and get to know what we have to offer there at Lake Pointe.
Nicole, you mentioned that you're an occupational therapist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, speech therapy, I understand. Okay, you're going to help someone who's having some speech issues, maybe due to stroke or whatever the case may be. Occupational therapy, is that about getting back someone's functionality, day-to-day living?
Yes, so we address their activities of daily living. So the things we kind of take for granted, bathing ourselves, getting dressed, getting to the restroom, getting in and out of the car. So these daily tests that maybe they start to have trouble with when their health declines and they need to get some assistance from us to get back to as independently as they can. To get the highest level of functioning that they possibly can.
Okay, I can understand that. Fantastic. It's got to be rewarding work.
Oh, yes.
Because you see people changing for the better,
Yeah.
and like you said, maybe getting closer to moving back home.
Right, and I don't always want to see them go, but I'm happy for them that they're back to their homes as safely as they can be and able to do the things that matter to them the most. And we do offer outpatient services if they need kind of a tune-up or they're coming out of an orthopedic surgery, you know, total joint or broken wrist. They can come into our facility with an appointment and have those services provided and then go back home as well.
So I would imagine maybe some of the doctors in the Scottsburg area would recommend them to come to you periodically, a couple of times a week or whatever, and then they can go back home. I understand.
Right. And some of them are familiar with our facility already and the therapists that we have, so it's an easy transition to come back in if they've had an incident happen but they're not living in the facility. They can come in and have our services.
Chris, when I opened up the segment, I talked about senior loved ones, and I think it is important for family involvement. That's something you encourage, isn't it? If they want to come see mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, it can happen anytime. Tell me a little bit about that relationship with the family and your staff.
Yeah, right away when we have someone come in for therapy or any of our services we set up a care plan meeting with the family. So the families come in, we set their goals, what the patient, what the resident, what their goals are. The family's involved in that, and we get them on the road to recovery right away. So.
And I wanted to ask you, Nicole, now, do you have like an assessment? Is it when perhaps a resident comes in, their family comes in, you want to determine exactly what kind of therapy they need? How does that work?
Right. So we screen the patients as they come in if they're appropriate for therapy. Our therapists each individually do an evaluation for their discipline. So as an OT, I look at how well they can dress themselves, get in and out of the wheelchair or the bed, what assistance they do need, so that I can set goals for them to progress through treatment, and then ultimately say she is or isn't safe to go home, or he is or isn't safe to go back to living with a caregiver, and those types of things. So we try to give them the check off that they are safe to go home when they're ready and they've reached their goals.
All right. Nicole, Chris, I have to ask you, we were going to have another very special guest on the show, a community dog.
We were, yeah.
And so what happened? I guess, let me guess. Are you too big of a star, tired of signing autographs? The paparazzi was waiting and the dog said no.
It kind of worked out, John, because Crime Stoppers was on before us, and if we would have brought Gigi, she would have stole a lot of hearts, and she probably would have been on the show next week. So Gigi, she is our community mascot dog, so to speak. She's a golden retriever. She's only, 3 months old, I think?
Yeah.
I bet she's kind of lovable.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So the residents love that.
Sure.
And that's important. We can talk about therapies and getting better, and don't get me wrong, that's all important, but a lot of it is mental and being happy, and I know isn't that the ultimate goal, Nicole?
Right. We want them to engage in as many activities in the facility that we can so that they can transition home and continue to engage in the community and in their life.
All right. I talked to Nicole about how rewarding it is for you as well, right, Chris?
Absolutely, yeah. Families love it when they come in. It's so welcoming, and they feel so much at home when you've got services and things like that in the building that they can relate to. So.
All right, let's put the information on the screen there one more time. Again, that is part of, under the umbrella of, senior communities. There we go. I'm sorry, and it is Lake Pointe Village. I'll get it out here. Again, American Senior Communities, Lake Pointe Village. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow right here on Wave 3 Listens Live.